Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for all of your support, the comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy and we'll see the message the Spirit has for us. Something cannot be denied. Something cannot be denied. There's no looking past this. Bottom of the deck. Someone is receiving a message of concern. Like I said, something cannot be denied about this privileged lady. This privileged lady has a gift, you know. This privileged lady has several gifts, like is great fortune, is very fortunate, very blessed. And this is something that is on the spiritual court side. I mean, this person, this privileged lady is on the side of the spiritual courts. That's what I'm trying to say. But something about their journey, this main male was trying to get somebody trapped, was trying to be able to stop somebody's journey. It's like this person, this main male, is the one confirmation who wanted this sudden wealth and wanted to leave someone else in poverty. Could have been the plan of this mature woman, but this mature woman is now in despair because this mature woman worked long and very hard, and very long and very hard to make something work, to make themselves seem like this official person. But it was something about the way that this person talked. It was something in what they said. That's whenever someone knew this person was really a thief, attempting to steal some type of gift. You know, there was someone else, this main male, or somebody sent this message, or they discussed something, because I see the telephone right here. They could have discussed something. And it made somebody else think. It really did. It really made them think. And they started really thinking about how things were weighing against this one and not so much this one. I started really side-eyeing this lady because the secret about this business, what somebody wanted to do, this business, this family, the secret came out about how somebody was going to try and make nice. They were going to make nice. And they were going to make it seem like, you know, they were somebody that was dependable, somebody that they could confide in, someone they could really depend on. And then in the not too distant future, they would change up on them. They would change up on them. You know, it was like something with, they was working with somebody. They was working with a group of people. They was working with a group of people with this. But somebody was sitting back, and this person is older. They're mature. And they don't talk that much, but they was looking. They was looking closely. And they had it's like they could see something happening because they were looking out that window. They could see something happening and they were expecting something to happen. That's when they sent this message of concern to this person and they said, hey, be careful here. Careful. because somebody may be trying to take something that's not theirs to take, something that belongs to you. It's like they wanted you to be in bad health and your money to go down the drain. Seriously, they wanted you to lose everything. They wanted you to lose everything. And then this person could pop up and say, well, I know everything that they did because I'm the one who actually learned the entire craft or whatever. I'm the one who survived. And then they would somehow like create this relationship with somebody that was behind you, that had your back. What's the message? Yeah, something is changing. Something is definitely changing, especially for this thief. This thief who thought they was going to be able to take something. You know? Something about this gift that they was trying to take. Now they're concerned because somebody could have made a phone call and dropped the dime. And something is changing, and they're noticing the direction of the wind. They're noticing this thief, this gift, and this message. They notice the direction change of the wind. And they're concerned. They're concerned that this privileged lady is now going to get this sudden wealth. Because now it's like this privileged lady is the one who knows the plan. And everybody who thought that they was going to be able to get a part of it, that they was going to get all this information, everything that they was working hard together to do, everybody's getting hands. Everybody's in despair. Everybody's thinking about the part that they played. Everybody is finding out. Did you know what? It's official. It's official. Somebody knows who played what and who did what and how they all worked together. Somebody understands why they even did it. Somebody don't know why, but they understand. And now this mature woman who's been in poverty and will always continue to stay in poverty is upset that they're going to still be in poverty. Because instead of them getting out and doing the work that they needed to do, they decided they were going to try and take it from you. But a judgment call has been made about this business and about this business secrets. You know, the thing is, I don't know why I'm just hearing something's been copyrighted. You know. It's like somebody was going to try and do something sneaky. But they can't. Yep, they can't. What's the message? Yeah, this mature woman, she is deep in her thoughts and in deep in regret to the point of rejection. I'm hearing the word rejection. Maybe this person is feeling extremely rejected. And they're rejected because of what they tried to do to you. Like I said, they are expecting to be imprisoned. Whether this is spiritual imprisonment or physical imprisonment, someone is expecting to be locked up for being a dirty ass rat. This mature man, they had their hand in it too. They was in the background right here, had their hand in it too. They worked just as hard, maybe at a different angle, but they worked just as hard because they was concerned that somebody was going to like outdo them, outperform them, outshine them, out something them. And they knew that whatever you had, it was like you had something that they didn't have. This could have been, whether this was a family situation, you know, you got them gift that only comes every other generation, you know, and skipped their generation and got your generation, and you was the one who got it, you know. Who knows? But somebody didn't want you to outshine them, to do better than them. And now something is coming out into the open. Something is going to be legally known. Something is going to be a lawsuit. Something that this family, this group thought that they was going to be able to keep to themselves. But somebody talked. Somebody talked, and they didn't know who they was talking to. Somebody was running their mouth, and they didn't know who they was running their mouth to. And see, this main male, when he heard something, he was concerned, very concerned, you know, and knew that, you know what, it's like the relationship that he had with this person, this lady. They were trying to build something together. Doesn't necessarily have to be a family, but it could have been a business. They was trying to build this business together, but they know that if some shit is coming down, they need to let the other person know about it. That's how somebody knew that somebody could definitely be trusted. That somebody was willing to stand 10 toes down. That somebody deserved to be that wealthy man. That somebody deserved to be on that path. And that other person that was working hard to end something, no. They're out. Out in the cold. Whatever they've been working on, good luck. I hope that helped. So in the not too distant future, somebody expects to travel. They expect to travel to go see this main lady who's this main female who's also the privileged lady. You know? I think this is going to be a winning combination. The two of them working together. I feel like this is going to be a winning combination. And everybody that worked against them, everybody's going to be sick. Sick, sick, sick. Everybody that worked against them. And that's how it goes, isn't it? That's why success is always so sweet. Because them haters, the ones that tried to keep you down, all they're doing is just wasting their time trying to keep you down. And all that energy that they're sending your way, all you're doing is transmuting it and turning it for the positive. That's it. You know, it's not your fault that you are the privileged lady. They need to take that up with God. Take it up with them. You know? Take it up with them. For some reason I'm hearing, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, for whosoever believed in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. That's what I just heard. See, somebody's finally realizing they done fucked with the wrong one. They didn't know that wrong one was just the right one. Built in the same one. See? See, if they were smart, they would have tried to work with this person. They would have been working with these other two people if they were smart, if they wanted part of this. But instead, they allow themselves to lead the crowd, to get them and the crowd stuck. See, this was somebody's baby. This is something that somebody birthed. You know, this is something that somebody had worked long and hard. Even whenever it wasn't doing good, this person kept chugging along, kept working at it, kept doing this, kept doing that, never gave up. And now this is whenever this person, you know, got to the place where they finally reached a certain pinnacle, and then somebody tries to end it. No. Because somebody tried to end it in the not too distant future, they're going to receive an unexpected present, gift from the universe. Spirit is moving Dharma forward on your behalf. You're going to find out the secret about this plan. You know, who worked together. You're going to find out the secret. What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Something about this main female. What about it? What about the main female spirit? About to come into some sudden wealth. That's wonderful. Yep. I'm telling you, something is ending in the not too distant future. Something that's some type of legality or something like that. Some type of secret is getting ready to come to the forefront. And that's when somebody's getting ready to travel towards you. It could be your own child that's getting ready to travel towards you. You know, because they feel really bad about that part that they had in it. And they see now, whatever you've been working on, you are of high honor. You do shit on the up and up. You follow the book. Now this person is concerned about this relationship, hoping that you can forgive, but you know, they're not expecting you to forgive them. Because they're expecting you to remember them as the false person that they were. And this person knows that if that's the case, the pathway that they are on is the pathway to poverty, and having to learn to live without you. And they did all of this because they wanted some money. Something that they can't take with them. They had to pledge some type of allegiance to some wealthy man. Only to find out that great fortune that they was waiting for, there was none. There is none, especially if they're going to be locked up. And or on spiritual locked up, because they really can't get shit. Because they allow themselves to listen to somebody who was misleading this community. Now this person, this main male, is sitting here wondering why he didn't make his own decision. Especially whenever it came to this whole family and you being the official person. Like, why didn't I listen to my damn self? Yeah, something is changing. The thief is being pointed out. Bottom of the deck. The moon. Ooh. Yep. And the hermit. See, guess what? They figuring out who did what, who started it. They figuring out who started it. With the Six of Wands. And they pinpointing it. They saying, you know what? They talking. You know what? So-and-so said, well, so-and-so said, me too. And said, oh, no, they didn't tell me that. They told me this. No, that's not it. It's really this. What? So-and-so didn't say so-and-so. They doing that, y'all. They comparing notes. You cannot make this up. They are comparing notes. Yes, honey. And then they getting pissed off because they see they have been fighting against the wrong person. You should have been fighting against something. That person who was spreading the lies, who was causing the chaos, because they see, now they understand who the culprit was. Who the one that started the shit. Who was the shit disturber. Who was the motherfucker with the PH, of course. And you're not hearing no information about it. You're not hearing a thing about it, but that shit is coming. That communication is coming. You're not hearing nothing about it. But let me tell you something. Because you standing by yourself, loving on yourself, doing your own thing, you not knowing what the fuck is going on. But let me tell you something. Somebody is on the hot seat. Somebody's on the real hot seat, because they're the ones who started it. Now somebody wants to be healed. Now people understand why you walked away. They want to be healed. They want to come and apologize, and they understand why you walked away, because you had to heal yourself. See, somebody started asking questions, and what this person was talking about wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up. It wasn't adding up. So they're like, well, okay, well, wait a minute. So if it's like this, then what about that? And they like, and they could never answer any questions. Or they would try and give a general blanket answer. And then somebody started thinking about what somebody told them a long time ago about the same situation. They started thinking, you know what? So-and-so says that such and such was such a long time ago. And they know that you was telling the truth. They know without a shadow of a doubt, you was telling the truth. This cycle with these people trying to cause this chaos and this confusion, it's over. This cycle has been complete. And everybody that had their hand in it, they catching hands. Spiritual hands, of course. Everybody is going to be able to see publicly how these same people get to catch these spiritual hands. Because somebody decided to fuck around with your happiness. And see, this is something that God was in charge of, not them. God said that this go round, you deserve to be happier than happy than happy, because them past lives have been fucking sucked. And now Spirit is about to lay hands on these motherfuckers. You cannot make this up. Anybody that tried to come up against you, Empress, they can kiss that shit. Goodbye. See, now this King of Cups is thinking about this shit that he been doing for a while now. How somebody should have taken some type of action but didn't take some type of action, thought that they could just ignore some shit and some shit was going some shit and shit this and shit that. But now somebody see by them not doing shit, they acting like a fool. See, everybody's looking at this motherfucker and saying, wait, you mean to tell me you didn't even say nothing? You didn't make a move? You didn't do nothing to help somebody? You let that person be stuck like Chuck by themselves and you act like you just didn't give a flying fuck? Somebody was like, well, because I was under the command of this person, the head of the household, the head of the company. I was under this person. They say how it goes and this and that and the other, or this and that, blah, 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 blah. Somebody was like, you know what? Somebody was like, yeah, no, y'all was lying. All of y'all was lying. Somebody's not letting them get out of there because they know that they was lying. They said, you work with these people, though. I mean, you work with these people. At some point, you got to stop and say, wait a minute. Something don't feel right. Something don't look right. Let me do my own investigating. Let me see what was going on, because something just don't feel right. But instead, somebody said, count me in, motherfucker. Give me a wand. Count me in. Give me a wand. Call me. My name is now Magical Wand. Yeah, I'm doing it, baby. Doing it well. Doing it well. I'm representing Queens, what you mean, out in Brooklyn, or whatever the shit is, See, somebody acting like they could just talk their way out of it. Somebody was like, no, you can't talk your way out of shit. Now they in regret. They in regret for the shit that they did. All because they wanted to try and come for your gift. And when they came for you, but you didn't send for them. You didn't send for them. Let's get that straight right here and now. Let's put that on the table. First and foremost, you did not send for them, but they came for you. They had the pitchforks. They had the torches, lit torches. They was chanting. They was hooted up and all the other shit. Some had on black, some had on red, whatever their colors was. They was stepping the line and everything. Had instruments. Looked like it was a band. They had people, cheering them on. They came for you down the street. People lined up on both sides. They even had the funny cars, the motorcycles, and all the race cars and everything. The high school marching bands, the junior high, even the grade school. All of them people coming down the street first because there was what everybody wanted to see. They was coming for you. They wanted to kick your ass. They wanted to stick it to you. They wanted to get you. They even had the Shriners there with the clown car. 50 clowns getting up out of this one little clown car. Everybody like, damn, how they do that shit? They got food trucks and shit like that. Face painting, they doing all that shit. It's like a damn, they had fair rides. They had fair rides for everybody to come watch you get your ass kicked. Okay. News stations was there. When was the last time news stations really came out? TikTokers, YouTubers, all of that. They even had the helium balloon, the Goodyear balloon, whatever that is. They had all that shit. They stopped football games just so everybody could watch this shit on. They could watch you get your ass kicked. But they didn't know who the fuck they was fucking with. They didn't know that you was cockstrong. And when I say cock strong, I mean cock strong. They know that you was one of God's favorite. They know that God will kick his ass and take a name over you. They know that shit. Waking up in 3 weeks like, damn, who am I? Where you at? No. I know where I'm at. What the date is? I know the date. Well, you what happened? I know what happened. Well, what's the question? Who am I? Because they took my name. I can't remember what my name is. See? All that because somebody they didn't want to hold back from fucking with you. They didn't mind fucking with you. But they didn't realize when they fuck with you, they was going to find out that you was going to be fucking with them too. They call you the real deal Holyfield. Because once you open up your mouth and everybody hear that loud ass shrill, they're going to say, oh Lord, what the fuck is the real deal? See, all they did was bring on a generational curse for themselves. Because you know what? They was fucking around with one of God's finest. God was like, I know I didn't open up this portal lid, and I'm looking down on you with this shit right here. I know that ain't what the fuck I see. I'm about to call some names, and y'all better scatter. Roger, Helen, Takesha, Jaquan, Raul. All y'all better scatter. And I'm gonna call out the rest of y'all too. I'm calling out Sally. I see you. Don't Becky with the good hair. I see your ass too. See, they didn't realize when they tried to come up against you, they was confused. And whenever you was able to defend yourself, they did it to themselves. See, what they forgot was what comes around goes around, baby. That's what they forgot. What goes up must come down. That's what they forgot. Now they walking around looking like homie the clown. That's what they forgot. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Funky asses. Thank you. See, they didn't know how God felt about you, baby. You know? Shit. Here you are creating something, creating a company, creating this, creating that. That's what you're doing. You know, trying to put your love, trying to put your patience, trying to put your manifestations and everything else, trying to create something out of nothing. And somebody want to come in and they want to disturb your peace. They want to barge and do this and do that. But you know what? Archangel Michael was right here protecting you. Somebody communicated something to you, and that's why you're getting your justice. I'm telling you, everybody that worked together, they all fucked up. They worked together to fuck you up. But like I said, they didn't realize what come around, go around. See, they thought that they was gonna be able to fuck with your mental stability, fuck with your connection. But now they are finding that they are asking for they want peace, they want forgiveness, they want to forget about it. Let's forget about it, because now they don't know what the fuck is coming, but they know something is coming for that ass. They know. Now they want to try have these little private conversations of, well, what can we do to divert this? What can we do to let they trying to plan? They trying to have these little secret conversations to see how they can plan some shit because they know they about to be on spiritual lockdown, and you have every single fucking right to protect yourself. Every single right to protect yourself. Hold on. Oops. See, it was something that they was doing, that they was so fervently working on that they didn't see. There was an angle confirmation. The angle they didn't see. And the fact, what they did not see is your clarity. What they did not see was your protection. What they did not see was your connection. What they did not see was your spiritual rank. That's what they didn't see. No, Sasha. Stay out that door. What's the message? Yeah. This King of Cups has a whole newfound respect for you now. I'm telling you, there's something that's going on behind closed doors that you're not even aware of, that you're not even being told about. What's the message? Has to do with this family. You know, maybe it has to do with this Queen of Wands and how somebody wants to apologize to you. Confirmation. Yeah, because they see that all those little tricks that they did just have them left out in the cold. You know, and now they are seriously concerned about what's going on with them. That's why they want to have a conversation with you to ask for you to forgive them. You know, because they don't know what's getting ready to happen to them in the near future. They have no idea what's getting ready to happen to them in the near future. I guess it really does make a difference how you treat people. Energy is not free. It's not one of those things that we can just take and not return. Energy must be returned. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Yep, something about this Queen of Coins. Yes, and the return of energy, for sure. See, something was thrown at this Queen of Coins, but it didn't hit this person. It was returned back to them. Whoever threw it out there. Like I said, now somebody, they are overburdened, and now they want to talk about something, and they're overburdened because of the shit that they done said in the past in the first damn place. Yeah. They were sitting here spreading rumors about you in the first damn place. That's why their ass is the way it is. You know? And see, they didn't know that you was one of God's favorites. That's the whole thing. They looked at you and they called you weird looking. They said you was all skinny, scrawny, like you didn't eat. They said you used to starve yourself, you know. But they didn't know that you wasn't starving yourself. That's just the way that you looked. Everybody can't be big. Everybody can't. You come with this, you know, olive complexion. There's got to be some frail looking pale people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not pale, you know, there's got to be some frail looking people in the world. Or whatever. They was talking about, you know, maybe how you looked or whatever. Don't talk about it to me. Take that shit up with the parents. It's their fault, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Somebody's like, they understand that that's why you blocked. You wasn't allowing somebody to trap you. Get you trapped in their little negative ass plan. Fuck that. You know? Somebody's like, nah, forget all that. That's why that trick didn't work. No. Been there, done that. You should have come up with some shit, different shit. That's the same shit, different shit. Yes. And that's exactly how Spirit planned it. You know, what you put out is what you get back. That's what somebody is understanding now. What you put out is surely what you feel that you deserve. If you put out that negativity, if you talking negative about somebody, you deserve somebody talking negative about you. Yes, and Spirit is speaking specifically to this old kitchen witch. This old church-going kitchen witch. Okay? Spirit is speaking specifically to that person who want to act like they want to play the role, like they go to church, but yet they act like the devil, like they on the devil's payroll. Yes, that's right. Spirit is pointing this person out specifically. Shit. Next thing I know, it's going to be some initials up around here. Dates of birth, cities and states, telephone numbers, all that. What's the message then? What's the message? Mama's maiden name and shit like that. What's the message? Yes. Because Spirit says it's time for some shit to come to a motherfucking end. Some shit is over. Judgment, death card, Ten of Swords. Some shit is done. It's over. Somebody cannot stop anything if they want to, if they try. Spirit has called them out. Let them know. Listen, your shit is on pause, baby. Your shit is on block. And this is the message from Spirit. Hello. Confirmation. They tried you. They tried you. Didn't they, though? Didn't they try you? Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. They thought they was going to come collectively. Shh, hush, hush. And be able to get you. They worked at this, but Spirit worked to make this shit right. It's like somebody's getting instant karma. Instant karma. You know? Somebody is getting instant karma. And something that you've been working on, you're going to get karma from that. You keep moving forward. Don't give up. Don't give up. What's the message? Ooh. Yeah, somebody now, they feel like, you know, their money's not coming in, or it's, you know, their resources are a little tight, you know, something about this, the maybe job prospects. Somebody may be looking for a position, a job, and it's, and they're not coming the way that somebody thought that they were going to come. Well, they're not coming the way that somebody thought they was going to come because the way that they've treated somebody else. See, they chose, like with this two of Swords. I mean, you know, the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Wands. It's like somebody chose not to deliver some type of communication. You know, some type of important communication to somebody else. Can't make this up. They chose not to and the person that they chose not to share this important communication with is, I'm telling you, God's favorite. God's favorite. Can't make this up. God loves this one. God loves this child. That's who this person decided. Oh, listen, look, and look what else. Hierophant right there. I'm telling you, because somebody decided that they was going to hold you up. Guess what God was doing to them? Holding them up. They thought they was getting ready to get all their dreams come true, their wish fulfillment and everything else after shitting on you. God said, no. We about to let you learn how to swim. How to swim in shit. Your shit. Your shit that you shit on, my beloved. This could be somebody's father, somebody's boss who wasn't treating them right, somebody's husband, because we saw the Queen of Coins. He's somebody's husband. You know, after somebody divorced somebody, and you know, but yeah, then they got some communication. No, you not about to live happily ever. Somebody heard the like I said. I just heard, until you do right by me, won't shit go right by you. See, I'm telling you, they did not know, but they know now who you are. They understand now that they should have been. They understand now they should have been on your side. They should have been trying to work with you, not be trying to fight against you. They should have been a lover, not a fighter. Somebody's having this realization of why things are going the way things are going. And you know what? They used to blame you. They used to say it was you. But now this person, because they're too afraid to say it's because of the shit that they did when they was acting out of their ego, and how that shit just got them all fucked up. See, they don't want to talk about how everybody that worked against this empress is getting spiritual hands laid on them. They don't want us to talk about how long this karma is going to last for them. Maybe they just not gonna have enough to live that lavish life that they always thought that they deserved. They're gonna have just enough only to pay bills, only to survive. Maybe that's what you had to do, and they're trying to figure out how long this is gonna last. Especially since now you good. You're able to take care of yourself, and you also walked away, which meant that you walking away, you're no longer there to help take the load off, help with responsibility, help with this, help with that. They didn't think about that shit. They was just being egotistical. They was being prideful. They knew they shit didn't stink, and God said, I'm glad that you feel like you know that, because you're going to be swimming in that same shit. Somebody's telling the truth. About this group's behavior coming back on them. Somebody spoke the truth about everybody in that group. Well, I hope they enjoyed that game. See, what they did was threw a rock and hide their hand. But Spirit said, I saw you. Spirit said, I was standing at the window. That's how I know it was you. That's how I know who to put in time out. Because see, I saw you throw the rock. I saw you try and run away and hide your hand, but you didn't know I was standing at the window. So that's why I'm putting your ass in time the fuck out. Spirit said, won't he do it? Won't he do it? You're lucky I was there to see who has to pay for that window. Good news, we found that shit out. Now somebody I'm sorry, I was just twirling my arms. I didn't mean to throw the rock. I do apologize. I don't want to have to pay for the window. Oh, please accept this earnest apology from me. Please let me move forward with the rest of my life. Please let me have all the wishes come true. Spirit said, fuck that. No. You being picked up. The squad car is being sent out for you. You about to go to jail. You gonna be behind bars, baby. You know, you done acted like a fool for too damn long. And acting like you didn't know what the fuck you was doing, like you could say something like, oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry. No, Spirit said, fuck that. Fuck that. Your reign of terror is over, and everybody see who the fuck you are. Spirit had made a judgment call on who the gunman was. Yep. And it turned out not to be you. Turned out those was not your fingerprints on that loaded weapon. On that smoking loaded weapon. Just wasn't you. Wow, this is a lot. I guess I gotta go through it. So this emperor, he did not know that you was a high priestess either. Surprise, surprise. And see, they thought that they could hold everything up whenever it came to your inheritance. What's owed to you, your spiritual gifts, what is owed, your inheritance. They thought they could hold things up to make it so that you were passed over and passed up. But let me let you know, God worked it out. God said, won't I do it? God worked it out. Let me tell you something. God brought out the truth about who these people were and what these people were trying to do to you. And now everything that was taken away will be returned to you tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold, 40-fold, 100-fold. This is your time. You just keep going in the direction that you need to keep going. Do what you need to do. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Just keep looking up. Look at that. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Spirit said, I have made that final judgment call, so fuck what these other people say. Fuck what those other people say. Let them talk. Let them talk. They sound good when they talk. They sound real cool when they talk. Let them talk. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups. You know? And you know what? This Queen of Cups, it is cool on the decision that had to be made. You know? And the decision that needed to be made was that, you know what, they needed to put an end to this, whatever this was. Forget all that, you know. And the way to put the end to it was this Queen of Cups had to make a decision that they had to put an end to the person who was instigating shit, and this could have been somebody's mother. And it's all because, you know, somebody else, you know, used to look at you, you know, like you was the apple to their eye. You know, they looked at you like you was the apple to their eye. This is why this person, this mother, didn't want you to be a part of their family. Really didn't. They wanted you to lose everything. They always wanted you to be lost. You know, they always wanted you to not have anything. They didn't want you to be able to have no money. You know, nothing balanced out for you. You know. But that wasn't you. You displayed courage. You went through whatever it is that you needed to go through to build yourself up to be the empress that you are. That's why the wheel of fortune is going in your favor, and that's why this person is curious, really curious, because they thought that all that bullshit that they did to you, that you wouldn't be able to make it. They just knew that you was not going to be able to make it. But the truth of the matter was, that was just them fantasizing, because they didn't want this person to continue to fantasize about you. Just like they wanted what you had. But you know what? God has a funny way of pointing things out to people. Somebody's thinking about all that backhanded bullshit that they did. All the times they tried to unalive you. All the times they discredited you, discounted you, disrespected you. Only to find out publicly in front of the world that you say that you are who you say you are. That you are the high priestess. And things that you say, this person knows there is no way that you could just have heard it. You weren't on the phone. You weren't in the room. You weren't on the email strand, the text message strand. So this person knows you are who you say you are. Now this person feels like a fool. They feel foolish because they held back from giving to you. They gave you scraps. They gave everybody else more. They gave everybody else their portion and a portion of your portion. What's the message? Yeah. Now someone's receiving their hardship because of this diabolical plan that they had. This plan that they had to leave you out. They felt like your life was indispensable. We can get rid of that one. We don't care about that one that much. You know, they looked at it like, well, hey, if you are no longer here, then they can cash in on that life insurance policy. You know, nobody would know. They would big you up. Oh, that was our favorite child. Yeah, you know, then they would split the money. But see, you were too wise for that. You knew that God had different plans for you. That's why it was easy for you to separate yourself, because you knew that there was some dark cloud, energy, entity, whatever, over there. Plus, you know what? You felt like you could tell that if you started your own life over without them fools, without them devils, that, you know, things would turn around for you. You felt God was urging you to strike out on your own, to go your own way, to cut everybody else off. And even though you knew that, you actually had to sit with that for a minute, because you had to wonder if God meant everybody, or just most everybody. Confirmation. And you quickly found out that it was everybody. Expect a message, but don't put any stock in it. Don't look at it to really hold any weight. It's just that somebody wants to gain some type of victory by bringing some type of conflict. You know, just remember that you already won this war. You know, you're strong enough on your own. You're solid on your own. You don't have to go through this time again where you try and extend the olive branch back, and then you end up being the one that's hurt, and then you have to go and heal by yourself. Fuck all that. It's okay to diplomatically tell them thank you, but no thank you. This is the end of the road for you. And that's justice. That's confirmation. Hold on. Yep. And this. Yep. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. You know, if anybody reaches out, just be diplomatic. Just let them know, you know, hey, it's probably not going to be the good time or whatever. And, you know, continue to do you. Continue to be you. Continue to work on you. Continue to reach your star, you know. You're on the right track. Seriously, whatever you're doing right now is on the right track. It's like you're mulling something over. You're growing in something. Something is growing on you, and that's the right direction. Yes, you are. This is the right direction. Spirit wants you to know you are on the right track with whatever this thought is, this idea. And Spirit said, don't allow yourself to procrastinate. That's how you're going to hold yourself up. Don't allow yourself to procrastinate. Seriously, because Spirit said it's easy to get lazy. It's easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. But if you keep going, before you know it, you're going to find out, hey, you know, you've reached this first goal, this second goal, this third goal. Yes. Keep going. What's the message? Anything else? Thank you. Yep. This is you. The star that you know you are. Yep. And you know what? Like I said, sometimes you have to leave everything and everyone and the entire family. Sometimes you have to. And that's just so that you can gain balance within your life. So that the wheel of fortune moves forward for you. Once again, Spirit wants to remind you with the Sun card that you deserve to be happy. I love y'all.